Drage gledalke in gledalci, spletne obiskovalke in spletni obiskovalci. Lepo pozdravljeni v iEnergija videointervjujih, seriji kratkih, poljudnih, spletnih pogovorov o prihodnosti oskrbe z energijo. iEnergija videointervjuje pripravljamo v okviru digitalne ozaveščevalne platforme iEnergija, ki jo poganja projekt krepitve energetske pismenosti EN-LITE. Z nami je gospod Einari Kisel iz Svetovnega energetskega sveta World Energy Trilemma. Svetovni energetski svet je ena najvplivnejših nevladnih in neprofitnih organizacij, ki proučuje in razpravlja o energetskih vprašanjih lokalnega in globalnega pomena. Peto načelo energetske pismenosti pravi takole: na odločitve o izbiri in izkoriščanju virov energije vplivajo ekonomski, politični, okoljski in družbeni dejavniki. V nadaljevanju pa glede političnih dejavnikov še podrobneje. Politični dejavniki vplivajo na odločitve o izbiri in izkoriščanju virov energije na vseh ravneh odločanja, od individualne do nacionalne in globalne ravni. Z gospodom Einarijem Kiselom, ki je regionalni direktor za Evropo pri World Energy Trilemmu, se bova pogovarjala o povezavi med energijo, energetsko pismenostjo in energetskimi politikami. Pogovor bo potekal v angleškem jeziku, zato bom zdaj tudi sama preklopila v angleški jezik, da se bova bolje razumela. Dear Mr. Einari Kisel, welcome to iEnergy video interviews, short video dialogues that help strengthen energy literacy. Our topic today is energy, energy literacy and energy policy. How do you see their intersection?
Well, if you think of the developments that you see today in the energy markets, how the technologies are developing, how the policies are changing, how the people are coming more and more to the energy scene, then the information about the energy sector is vital for the whole society. And the question is how you actually get to this information, what kind of sources you can use there. And from this perspective, it's very important to have adequate information in a neutral based discussions to be available. And this is actually very much the role of the World Energy Council, to facilitate such kind of debates and also information for the energy leaders, the policymakers, and also for the citizens, who have to make quite a lot of decisions actually about the energy sector themselves in the future. Well, if you look at the results of Slovenia today, then you can see that actually Slovenia scores among the 130 countries as sixth country in overall rankings, which means that Slovenia actually is in the world-class energy sector and energy policy. What we do in Energy Trilemma is that we look at the three dimensions of the energy policy. On energy security level of the country, we look at the environment sustainability level of the country, and thirdly, we look at the energy equity, which stands for the affordability and access for electricity and energy. So, in terms of energy security, Slovenia ranks in the world as a number 2, which is extremely high. Then, in terms of energy equity, again, you score among the, let's say, best 25%. And in terms of energy sustainability, you are a bit behind, and you score like number 58 in terms of 130 countries, which is still very high. And as we rank it or make the overall score out of it, we look at the AAB score in case of Slovenia, meaning that you score A in terms of energy security, A in terms of energy equity, and then B in terms of energy sustainability or environmental sustainability, which altogether brings you to the position 6, which is outstanding. Right, let's say always you can do better. And in terms of, as I said, the weaker point of your energy trilemma is in terms of the environmental sustainability. So there you should put your main emphasis on your energy policy at the moment. In the same time, you can see that there are big changes happening also in the energy markets in terms of market design, and also the affordability of energy has become more and more of the issue in Europe. So in coming years, you might expect that actually there will be challenges like affordability of energy, especially considering also the context that several countries are going to shut down their nuclear plants and coal plants, which most likely will increase the energy prices in Europe overall. In parallel to that, the trend that has made already a big difference in several countries is about digitalization of the energy sector. So with the new efficiencies that are coming out from digitalization of the energy sector, you can capture actually new ways how to improve the energy policy. At the same time, you have to do it in a very balanced way, not to overlook on one dimension of the energy trilemma and put the emphasis only on the other ones. So it has to be done in a balanced way. Right, and say we had to truly look at our survey in every year about more than 2,000 energy leaders around the world. And what we do there is that we ask about their understanding, their perception. So what came out from in a global level was that the main concerns for the energy leaders are about the commodity prices, oil and gas, but also increasingly about cobalt and lithium as actually the inputs for the new energy sector. And in the same time, there is also a very big concern about the market design of the energy sector, meaning that the regulations of the energy sector have to follow also the technological transition that is going on. When it comes to Slovenia, then I think one of the, there are two peculiarities that can be drawn out from the results there. One is about nuclear. Let's say in general, the perception towards nuclear is associated with quite high risks. But in case of Slovenia, one can see that this risk level for nuclear is quite in a reasonable level, I would say. And the second one that was outstanding there was about the perception about the digitalization, that the people in Slovenia understand very well that the digitalization has a very big impact to the energy sector in coming years and is not very risky investment today. You can actually capture a lot of inefficiencies from investments in the energy sector, in digitalization of the energy sector. And this is something that actually is very important to the citizens as well, because once the citizens get more information about their own consumption, about the ways how they can save on energy and how they can also invest in energy, then this changes quite a lot also the understanding about the energy sector and also the policy that the governments are usually doing. What we see in many countries is that actually the energy policymakers are shifting also the powers to make investment decisions more to the private sector and also to the citizens. And even today, one can see that several technologies that are coming to the market, they're getting already so cheap that in several occasions, it's easier and cheaper to the customers to install their own power system and energy system, and they can actually have a cheaper solution than it is compared to the solution when they are connected to the networks. Well, from one hand, you can see that the digitalization brings information better and closer to the heart of the citizens. You can see that people are getting more understanding and also more information about the energy sector, which is actually very good, because then they can also make more decisions by themselves. But if you can see also the electrification of, if you look at the electrification of Africa, for example, it is not so much about the governments leading the process, but it is more about companies bringing solutions to the citizens. And they basically build up their own energy system based on their own needs. So you can see that there is a very big shift actually going on this energy transition from moving the power of decision making in energy sector from governments to the customers.